how many countries I've been to and how many places I've been to. I wish I had a GoPro stuck to my head. And those opportunities are gone. Some places you're not going to go back to. But yeah, when I climbed up, I walked up Table Mountain and I watched the video and I saw how shaky it was. You don't realize how shaky you walk. I think our brains stabilize our images in our head. Oh. No, it's world famous.
There's photos of me and it's the sign. Speaking with the sign. Well said.
Sweet.
Yeah, this trip we're gonna have to put all of these
Stuff in a big Dropbox folder. I'm gonna upload the video to YouTube as well.
So what you're saying is this all used to be land. And volcano eruption.
This whole thing was a volcano. This is the core of the volcano. Like picture a massive, massive volcano.
Even as such, bro, this thing fucking blows now.
But they say that this is what destroyed the ancient world. Remember the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans and all? They said this is the big, this is the city of Atlantis. It sunk, okay? So this was a big volcano. Yeah, because they were concentric rings, these 5 concentric rings. And then it built on a volcano. And the guys were intelligent enough to know to leave before the volcano erupted. Very clever civilization. But when this thing blew, it wiped out the ancient Greeks and the ancient Egyptians and the ancient whatever's. It covered the world. There was like what is it, nuclear winter?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Look at the size of this volcano. We're in the core of the volcano.
The volcano is not a small country.
Yeah. And that's the outer ring of it.
So this is where the Holocaust is taking place.
Well, this changed the world.
So, all these players spoke in English, please. Yeah, Amen. Please come a little bit closer. Okay, so let's start, because also I have to say in Greek after that, so I don't have enough time. So let's start the history of the volcano and Santorini Island. Actually. So I will start from 1650 before Christ, when we have here the biggest eruption ever. But I just want to say 2-3 things in order to understand what actually happens here. So this volcano, the history of this volcano actually is like 1 million years, 1 million years million years ago. Here in this part of the sea we have only few islets. So in this volcano we have so many eruptions that slowly the lava came at the surface of the sea, and on this islet formed a completely round island. So they call it at that time Strogili. So the Strogili from ancient Greek to English means circle. So it was a completely round island, like you can see it in the picture. Imagine that also here in the middle was a part of the island. So one round island with the volcano, the undersea volcano, okay, and this is the island. Now I will go very fast, and I will start from, as I said, from the biggest eruption ever, and was in 1650 before Christ. And from here, from this volcano, actually started a huge tsunami, like 2 kilometers into the sky. The water goes up, and the waves go in that direction. So there we have the Creta Island. So in Creta Island, at that time, we have the Minoan civilization. With this huge eruption from here, and with this tsunami and ash and fume from here, all the Minoan civilization in Creta Island was completely destroyed. For this reason, they call this eruption from here the Minoan eruption. Here in the ancient Strogili, what's happened actually? So all this part in the center of the sea, in the center of the island, as you can see here, broke away and disappeared into the sea. And what remained was, as you can see it exactly now in the picture. So this is what remained after this huge eruption. All this part, it's called caldera. So actually caldera means what remained after this circle island after the huge eruption. Also, with this huge eruption, the rest of the island was separated in 3 different pieces. So the first piece is the biggest one, cut from Ia, and it's all this part from Aphrodite, and it's Santorini Island, and also this is actually the caldera. Also we have in that part caldera, but it's so small, not so high, so it's not important. But this one here, it's the only caldera in all the world which is populated, and it's ending inside into the sea. And also is the third caldera biggest in the world, which is ending inside into the sea, because the other two, which are bigger than this one, doesn't have any people on it. So this is the first part. So it's 60 kilometers long, and the name is Santorini, but officially in all the papers for the island, actually it's Thera. So maybe you already heard about this, because when you go to book to make a reservation for the ticket, or to buy ferry ticket or airplane ticket, you can see on your ticket Thera and Santorini. So Thera is the name of the island officially, and Santorini like a second name. So later I will tell you why we have the second name of this island. And Thera, it's something else, it's the capital of the island. So there are two different things. Thera, the name of the island, Thera, the capital of the island. So the second part, it's this small island in front of us, it's Theracia Island. So Theracia means small Thera. In 1 hour, about 1.5 hours, we'll go to visit Theracia Island. So I think that most of you have the full day trip. So when we go to visit Theracia Island, there will have enough time even to go to visit the Manolas village, which is on the top. There lives around 300 people. Or if you want, you can remain down at the port. So down at the port, or you can see it in front of us, the name is Port Post. So there we have also the beach. So if you want, you can stay down at the beach to swim. Or if you want, you can have lunch in one of the taverns. If you want to have lunch over there, I will suggest you from now to try the traditional cooked dishes from here, because like food like that you don't find in Santorini Island for sure. Fresh fish, grill, everything you'll find everywhere, but really Greek cooked food, you'll find very good food over there if you want to try. So and the third part is the small island at the back side. It's called Astronisi, or in English it's the White Island, because as you can see on the top it's white. It is formed by Spanish. For this reason it's white on the top. Well, after this huge eruption, actually, after 1650, as I said before Christ, so starting from that time till today, we have a lot of eruptions from here. So I will mention now only a few eruptions in order to understand how this island here in the center of Caldera was formed. So the first island, which was formed by the eruption from here, is this one in front of us. The name is Paleakameni. So Paleakameni in English is the old bird, because it's the oldest part. So this island was formed by eruption starting from 197 before Christ till 1458. So after this last eruption, actually on that island nothing is active at the moment. So it's a completely dead island. Only there we have the hot springs. So the hot springs are exactly down there, or you can see some boats over there. So after the volcano, we are going to swim at the hot springs. So the hot springs are formed by the volcanic activity, contains a lot of sulfur and iron inside, and for this reason when you go there you will see that the water is dark brown. So if you're swimming with its light color, for sure, if you swim inside in the bay, you will discolor your swimming. So you will decide if you want to swim or not. But when you'll be inside in the bay, you'll find a lot of mud. So with this mud you can make a mask for your face, for your body, for sure. It's good for skin and bones disease. Well, maybe with one time you don't understand many things, but you know, just to know, for one mask like this in Santorini Island, you can pay like 70 euro and more. So you can do it for free when you'll be there. And one more thing over there, actually on that island, one man lives over there all year long, so without electricity, without anything else. He's by himself with one dog and few goats. And when you swim inside in the bay, you'll see that he put a big label with his name on it. So his name is Sostis, and his telephone number. And actually, he put this label over there, and for this reason I want to mention to you, because he said that if you want to have yoga or meditation with him, when you swim inside in the bay, you can take his telephone number, and you can call him to make an appointment. For sure, if you'll search on YouTube for videos like Sostis, Paleakameni, you'll find a lot of funny videos, because actually, well, he's not 100% well, for sure. After that, so if you'll find the videos in YouTube, you'll see that his kind of yoga, it's completely different than the kind of yoga as we know today. But if you're interested in a new experience, except the volcano, the sunset, the donkeys, and the good wine in Santorini, you can call Sosti to have an appointment with him to try something else, to make your holidays more extreme. I don't know. So the reason why I mention it is because when you go inside to the bay, you will see it. So don't ask me later why. If you want, you can take his telephone number and make your appointment. Now, we are continuing our history, so we are now here in Nea Kameni Island. So Nea Kameni, the new bird, it's actually what the locals here call volcano. And the reason is because here on this island, it's the only crater which is still active till today. So I just want to mention only 2-3 important eruptions. So the first one was in 1570, when at the port where we stopped with the boat, another crater was formed, and with this crater actually another small island was formed over there. So they call it at that time the small bird, because it was a small island. So after that, after 100 years about, in 1707 we have 3 important eruptions, which actually with the first one eruption, another one island was formed, a white island at that time. 1 month later in June, another one island was formed, a black island at that time. And in September we have a huge eruption, and actually with all this lava which came at the surface of the sea, the white island and the black island was covered by lava and became another one island, a big island at that time, and they call it Nea Kameni, the new bird. In 1866 we have a huge eruption, and was important for 2 reasons. So the first reason is that the Nea Kameni island with the small burn, the Mikra Kameni, became one island and bigger at that time. So the name of that island is Nea Kameni, so the new bird till today. And slowly, so after 1866 till 1950, when we have the last eruption from here, so almost 60 years ago, this island slowly became bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can see it now how it is till today. Now, the second reason why it was so important is because that at that time, in 1866, the crater, which is still active still today, was formed. So the name of this crater is George, so took the name from the king of Greece at that time. And we have this crater exactly here on the top, so it's in that part over there, all that part. So in a while we'll go there to visit that part of the crater. It's an active one, so please don't expect to see any lava over there, because if there will be any lava, for sure we will be here. So, but when you will go in the other side, exactly near the group, you can see the group over there, so on the right side of the group, when you stop exactly there, you will see the rocks, and you are looking very carefully down on the side of the crater, you will see that it's smoking. You can smell the sulfur from inside, and all the small yellow things are the holes from where the smoke is coming out. So when you go in the other side, please don't stay too long, because from that part of the crater are coming only toxic gas from inside, so it's not good for your health, especially if you have any asthma. Well, as you can see also around the crater we have a lot of monitors, so they can check every day what's happening with the lava inside. Imagine that the lava in that crater is 4 kilometers deep. So they inform us that for sure, like 2 or 3 months in advance, we will know when we will have eruption from that volcano in order, to evacuate the island. But the problem, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment here in Santorini Island, actually it's not this volcano anymore. Because as you can see, it's on the top, so they can check every day what's happening with the lava. Every day they have the monitors and they know what's happening with the lava, and we will know. So to evacuate the island. The problem here in Santorini, it's the second volcano that we have, and unfortunately you cannot go to visit because it's an undersea volcano. It's very deep inside into the water. It's located between Ia and the cliff at the back side. It's Ios Island. It's another island. So between Ia and Ios, we have the sea over there. So there, it's deep at 527 meters, and the name is Pollupios. So that volcano, actually, it's a very active volcano. The last eruption from there was in 1650 after Christ, and at that time, a lot of people died on the island, because actually in that volcano we don't have any lava inside. There are only different kinds of toxic gas. So when we have the eruption at that time, the gases are coming at the surface of the sea and goes everywhere. So for this reason, died a lot of people from that eruption, and actually for this reason it's the problem here in Santorini, because it's an active volcano. Also, it's very deep into the sea, so nobody could go so deep into the sea to check what's happened inside over there. So for sure we don't know when we'll have an eruption in order to evacuate the island. For sure we don't know if it will be a huge eruption, and if it will be a huge eruption from there, not only Santorini Island will be affected, also all the small islands around us. And the third reason why it's so dangerous is, I don't know if you already heard about Vesuvio in Italy. So if you heard about Vesuvius, you understand why it's so dangerous, because this volcano, the Lugos volcano, it's connected with Vesuvius under the sea with the tectonic plaques. So also this is a reason that it's so dangerous. And one more thing, and I'll finish, except after the 1950, when we have the last eruption from here, so actually all this part of the island here, in this part on the left side, it's the lava from the last eruption. All the other part of the island, it's lava from eruptions before. So actually from 1950, the last eruption was, after 6 years, in 1956, we have a huge earthquake here. So it was graded with 7.8 Richter, so in 1956. Everything on the island at that time was completely destroyed. All the houses, buildings, their own business, everything. And also a lot of people died again on this island, because it was an earthquake in the night, so the houses fell down on the people. After that, the only thing that they changed, also they rebuilt everything in the same year, so the rest of the locals here, they built everything in the same year. And the only thing that they changed after this huge earthquake was that, except the normal sailing, you know, like this that you have in your houses, here in Santorini, and not only now here in Santorini, also in the Cycladic Islands, we have a part like that. So our sailing, it's like, let's say, like a barrel, like a half circle. So that part, for sure, I don't know, maybe you'll see it already. So all the buildings here in Santorini has a part like that. So this part, actually, they made it after the huge earthquake, because if we have again an earthquake so big like that, and also the houses will fall down, this part will remain like this. So it's only for protection reasons, because we can go under the sailing in order to protect ourselves. Maybe someone to come to help us. Well, I think that's it's enough for now, because I don't have a lot of time. So with all the passengers for full day trip, for sure, when you return to the boat, to every stop that we'll make, I will give you more information about Santorini Island, and also for every place that we will visit. Also, all the passengers for Volcano, when you return back to the boat, remain out at the port in order to wait for the Calypso boat. And now you'll have few minutes time to have pictures, and also to go straight down, turn on the right side, go all the circle on the other side near to the group. So there, just stay for a few minutes, have a look downstairs, you can see the smoke, you can smell the sulfur, make some pictures, and continue your way. The same way to go back to the port. So thank you very much for being so patient to listen to me. Well, and with the rest, I will see you down in the boat. Okay? Thank you.
Give me a second, guys, I'll come with Let's go check out that sulfur. I'm actually gonna. I was gonna walk that way, but there's not much there. I was gonna walk that way, but there's not much. Don't worry, I've got 1,000 panoramas with this video. Smoke on the mountain that's smoking already. It's just the sulfur there. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell it. I think I got a whiff of it.
Stand right there.